Morning. So it's actually quite a bit colder than I thought it was going to be. They did say on the weather last night that it was going to be reasonably mild for the time of year, but it's deceptively cold. I thought because it was going to be cloudy, it was going to kind of keep the temperature a little bit higher, but yeah, I mean, obviously it's not as cold as it was last time I was out with that kind of heavy frost. But anyway, I'm out. I'm on Puddock Road, as you can probably tell. Heading up to the bottom edge of Peterborough today, so I'm going to go up to Whittlesey. So I'm heading all the way up Puddock Road here. I'm going to turn left onto the kind of Ramsey 40-foot road, but then turn almost immediately right off of that and carry on heading north up to Benwick, which interestingly, when me and Dan were down in London last year doing the Singlespeed ride, which you can see on the channel, we actually stopped in a pub along the Strand. Pub's called the Coal Hole. It's a really decent pub, and we dropped the bikes around the side. We actually stood outside because it was such a nice day, but we were stood near a group who was sat at a table, and the fella started talking to us, and it turns out he runs the spa shop in Benwick. He asked where we were from, and I said War Boys, and he went, "Oh right." He said, "Yeah, I'm from Benwick," and he kind of rattled on about obviously what a small world it is. So yeah, it was just quite interesting. So so I'm going up to Benwick. I won't be going in the spa shop, but go through Benwick to Whittlesey, and then from there gonna head down to Ramsey St Mary, and then along the river back through Ramsey, and then I'm going to come back along the road that kind of comes out of Ramsey and is parallel with this road north, and then it comes out and goes back to War Boys. So I think it's about 30 miles. Should be a pretty good ride actually. Hopefully it'll be a good ride. As I say, it's pretty cold. It's nowhere near as windy as it has been the last couple of days, but I think that is forecast to change over the next, I think today actually they have forecast that there's going to be some quite heavy winds up north and in Scotland, and that might kind of affect this area. And we're just looking over at the wind farm at the moment. The turbines, they are going round, they're not going round particularly quickly, but this road, or this route, sorry, is characterised by pretty much straight roads. We've got this one that we've been on loads and loads of times, Puddock Road, which from where I started back there to where I'm going to kind of turn off of it at the end is about 6 miles long. And then the road from Whittlesey down to Ramsey, or Ramsey St Mary, I think it's even longer. I think it's probably 7 or 8 miles straight. It's got a slight, tiny kind of slight kink in it, but and I actually remember the last time I did this ride, it was, I think it was a bit later in the year, because it was certainly quite a lot warmer, but it was a brutal headwind going all the way down that road from Whittlesey down to Ramsey. It was savage. So hopefully I won't get any of those issues today. I know, as I say, looking at the forecast, I think the wind's actually coming from that way, so it's kind of coming across, so it shouldn't, you know, it's not affecting me on this road, and it shouldn't affect me on the road coming out of Whittlesey. So right, I need to pedal on. I'll let you sit back and grab a cup of tea or whatever you want and enjoy this one. I'll probably be out a couple of hours, or about an hour and a half. Not that you're going to be sitting there watching me for that long, but so yeah, enjoy it. Like and subscribe and add a comment, and check out my Instagram site if you haven't done so already. And also, I know times are hard at the moment, and you know, people haven't got a lot of loose change kicking about, but if you have, please consider visiting my sponsorship page for the Ride London. I'm raising money for the Alzheimer's Society, which is a really valuable cause. I'm sure there's a lot of us out there, you know, I've been directly affected by it. I've lost loved ones due to Alzheimer's and dementia. So that was absolutely brutal disease. So I think it's a very valuable cause. So please, if you've got any loose change, it would be gratefully received. The link is in the description for this video. Obviously I'm not going to turn these videos into a kind of plug-in session every time for this, for the sponsorship, but I will be mentioning it from now on, because obviously I'm doing the Ride London in May. We're still in January obviously, but that's soon going to come round. I really hope it doesn't at the moment, because I'm certainly not feeling very fit at the moment, but yeah, so if you get a moment, please visit that and you know, give what you can. It'll be gratefully received. So I am going to stop rabbiting. I'm going to put you back on the bike, and we'll get to the end of Puddock Road and then get through to Benwick. So I will see you in a bit. I'll see you in a bit. So I'm shouting a little bit because it's quite busy along here. I mean, it is a Saturday, midday Saturday, so obviously there's more traffic about than there would be if I was down here on a rest day. But I'm just coming towards the end of Puddock Road. We went out that way this morning or earlier today. It's been a really good ride. I've had a few tech issues. The GoPro's just frozen a couple of times, which it is prone to now and again. It hasn't done it for a while, but I've had to just kind of take the battery out and reboot it. But worryingly, the Garmin's been playing up as well, and this is actually a reasonably new unit. I bought this probably about six weeks ago, 2 months ago, and this is only the second ride that I've been on where I've actually followed a route on it. The first ride actually was the last video I put on, and I had to stop it a couple of times and restart it because it just wasn't picking the route up for some reason, which was a bit of a worry. And then today it's been a bit temperamental with telling me the turn directions. I mean, I know this route anyway, I just wanted to try it out. And then coming down the road from that sort of straight road from Ponders Bridge down to Ramsey, the whole thing just got its knickers in a twist and then completely restarted. So I am a little bit concerned with that, because Garmin are normally pretty stable units. I mean, I think this is the 4th or 5th one, and I'm quite loyal to the Garmin brand anyway, because I kind of know how they work. So I think when I get home I'm going to have to check the software, maybe update the software, or just do a hard reset on it. But yeah, it has been a good ride. I will be glad to get home because I'm busting for a wee, but it's been pretty cold, and it has been a bit gloomy. I mean, the sun has made an appearance briefly a couple of times, but as I've said on recent videos, I don't really expect the weather to be particularly brilliant this time of year. It's just good to be out turning the pedals. So thanks again for watching. I'm going to get home, well, once I've got up this hill, get home, have a coffee and a shower, try and sort the Garmin out, and then plot another route. So as I said earlier, like and subscribe if you haven't done already. Have a look on my Instagram feed, and if you get an opportunity and you're feeling flush, check out my sponsorship site for the Ride London. So till the next one, I'll see you back at home, and I'll see you in a bit. Cheers. See you in a bit. Whoa.